Flosstube. I'm Jem, and this is my channel, Stitch and Jem. And I am back for episode number 17, I think. It's been a little bit longer than a week this time, just because my last episode was my 1-year Flosstube anniversary, and I had a giveaway on it. And so I just wanted to let it run a little bit longer, so to give a chance for everybody who wanted to maybe enter the giveaway and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't shoot a video last week. But other than that, it's been very cold in Oklahoma, and the sun is going to be out this week, and we're so excited about it. Like, I'm so excited that I'm not going to be freezing cold. Like, it was -7 on the wind chill and 3 degrees here for a couple of days last week, and it's just miserable. So I'm glad the sun is shining and, you know, spring is on the horizon. I just wanted to say thank you too to all of the well wishes that I got from my last video. People that have watched me from the beginning, and I just really appreciate that. Also, to all my new subscribers, I hope you see something that you like here today, and that you know, like, subscribe, share, all the things. And for all of my, again, continuing viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for coming back every single time, because I know there's tons of Flosstube out there. And so the fact that you take time and watch me, I really appreciate it. So thank you. I have a lot to share today. I have a lot to share. I've got 2 FFOs. I've got a start, and I've got a few whips. I do have the giveaway winners, as well as just a little bit of Stitchy kindness and a little bit of haul. So I'm just going to jump right in with showing my 2025 blessing sampler. It was the blessing sampler from the Hands Across the Sea calendar, and it was called Louise Vilvorder. Well, Louise Vilvorder is exactly the number of letters that Gemines Hudson is, which is my name. So I changed it, and I stitched it on 40 count vintage sand dune by Lakeside using 682 of the 108 of the 100 threes. So here is my blessing sampler, FFO'd. I do get my framing done at Hobby Lobby. I just think they do such a good job. I love this frame. This is not a fillet. This is just all one frame. And it's not coming across perfectly, but the fabric is showing way more like orange in the camera, and it's not picking up like the goldness that is coming through here. But if you guys saw this in person, like, you'd be like, oh my God, was that frame made for that sampler? Because like, there are gold flecks there, maybe you can kind of see it, that match the fabric almost perfectly. So when I saw this frame and she put it up against my work, I was like, yes, please. So let me see if I could try to get there. It kind of is. But this is my first ever blessing sampler, and I just love it. Again, thank you so much, Vashti, for charting my name out so perfectly. It was exactly the font I wanted. And this was my first finish of 2025, and I'm just obsessed with it. I think the frame is perfect. I do get museum glass. I live in the country, and there's lots of dust and stuff, no matter, even if we keep our doors closed or whatever the case is. So it's just too dusty to not have glass. So I just get the museum glass. And it's because it's not that much more expensive. But there is my 2025 blessing sampler, and I love it. I love it so much. It's exactly what I had envisioned for it. So yeah, that's my first FFO. My next FFO is my 2024 Fox and Rabbit Mystery Sal, Faith, Hope, Love. And this is a big girl, so I gotta kind of pull back here. But this is her, and I'm sorry that the ring light is putting a mark right on that, but love, there we go. There we go. There she is. This frame is perfection for this. I mean, it just like looks like the frame was meant for it. This was my first 40 count project I ever did. I stitched this on 40 count vellum by Picture This Plus, and I used a Color and Cotton misdyed hank, and it's like a pink mauvey. See, it's like a sepia or sepia. I don't know how you pronounce that, but color on camera, but in person it's very much so like a rose pink that turns into mauve, that turns into rose. But I love this. I love every single thing about this. I love how it looks antique-y. Let me do that. There we go. I love how every single thing about the frame, and my house is lots of grays, white, you know, off-white. Like, I live in what I consider my decor in my house is farmhouse glam. So this goes very much so with everything in my house. So I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I am obsessed with this. So this is my Fox and Rabbit 2024 mystery sale that I did, and I don't know. I know a lot of you guys have seen this just come to life, especially over last year, and I just love how it turned out. I just love everything about it. It's just perfect as far as I'm concerned. It's like perfect in every way. The stitching might not be perfect, but it's perfect. So I'm going to just kind of scan so you guys can kind of see that frame up close, and then it's all one frame, no fillet or anything like that. But yeah, there it is. So there is my Faith, Hope, Love by Fox and Rabbit. And I don't know how many of you guys are doing this year's stitch along, but it's really beautiful. It's coming along just beautifully, and so I hope you guys will join, you know, any of their stitch alongs, because, you know, every single year they just do a beautiful job, and it's free, and it takes a lot of work, I'm sure, to come up with something this gorgeous. So thank you, Karen and Brendan, for doing these year after year. And yeah, so this is the one from 2024. I just love it. I don't know if I can put it down. I hope this is my thumbnail. But this is Faith, Hope, Love. And it's framed, and it's going up on the wall. I don't know where yet, but it's going up. So let me put this back here just so I don't hurt it in any way. Sorry to turn around like that. Aren't those gorgeous? I'm obsessed. So those are my two FFOs. I don't have a ton of finishes on this channel all the time. You know, I'm a person who will start all the things, and then, you know, I'll start working on them, and as the years go by, you'll start seeing them finished, and I'm okay with that. So and let's get on to my starts now. So a lot of people watch Audrey Stitch Bead, and her and I are going to host a stitch along for Antong Uffindell by Hands Across the Sea. This chart is absolutely stunning, and let me see if I can find, and I'll just turn it to this, not the cover photo, but this photo. So this is Antong Uffindell, and this is the most, I love this chart so much, but this is over one, this is over one, this is over one, this is over one. These are over one, and of course all of this is over one, and then this is some embroidery work that I'm going to get some help on the embroidery work from a couple of friends of mine that and my local stitch group that are just good at everything, and I know they'll be able to help me. So this is Antong Uffindell. She's a big girl. And so Audrey has broken down this chart so that we can finish in a year. So she's saying take 3 flowers, 1, 2, 3, and then she's broken up. And I will, of course, this is kind of hard to see. Oh, well, no, it's not. It's perfect. So as you can see, 3 flowers. It doesn't matter where you start. Audrey started over here. I always start, well, most of the time I start top right. And then, so I'm going top. So I did not do these 3. I did 1, 2, and 3. And then so that I could come right over here to this, which will be the section that I'm doing. And so I'll do these little doodads down here, this part of the border, and this over 1 flower. And then I will have 1 month done. I'm counting it. We started it on February 14th, Valentine's Day. And so I want to have all of that done by March 14th, and so on and so forth. That way we'll be done within the year. But we have had a lot of people join us. Of course, my friend Laurel from I Am a Stitch Nerd, she is joining us. Heidi from Whips and Kits also said that she's going to join us. Heidi, I cannot wait to see your progress on it. I am stitching mine on 40 count Cafe au lait, just as Weigart plain Jane. Carolyn from the attic helped me pick it out, and I think it works perfectly with all of the Soie d'Alger. I am using the Soie d'Alger. Usually I floss drop everything, but the Soie d'Alger is very, very, very fuzzy. It gets fuzzy quick, and it's, you know, so it's finicky. So I did put them in the Flossaway bags, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of, if you decide to do this in silks, there are a lot of silks. So if you don't think, you know, that'd be a little bit hard on your budget or whatever, do the DMC. Narissa from Narissa Stitching Lifestyle, her Antong Uffindell is completed, and it is completely done in DMC, and it is gorgeous. So if you haven't ever watched her, take a look at her, and you'll be able to see it in the background of her videos. So here is my stitching. She's on a humongous piece of fabric, even though I'm stitching it on 40 count. And so I just thought it'd be easier to show on this. So what I've gotten done so far is this. Obviously these all need tops here. But then, and then I've got my 3 flowers and my border part done. So that part is done and complete. I do plan to possibly go this way for the next 3 flowers and then work on some things up here. I'm not sure yet. Where I'm going to go after this, but there are a couple of Soie d'Algers that I don't have for whatever reason. I am also substituting out the Soie d'Alger that is called for, like with right here, here, and here, to Blanc in Soie d'Alger, because my fabric and the color of Soie d'Alger was very, very close, and I wanted it to pop like all the rest of the colors. But there's my start. Let me see if I can get that to quit syncing. There we go. And I would love for you guys to join us. Join us, tag me, tag Audrey, and stitch this with us. And Audrey will tell you, like she did on her video, there are no rules. There are absolutely no rules. If you want to stitch it in a year, try to follow along. If you don't, get it started and just have it, you know, as an ongoing whip or whatever you want to do, or stitch it all, you know, I don't know. Whatever is easiest for you and whatever's best for you, I would say do that. But there are no rules. But I am very happy. There's the accurate representation of like the colors. And it's just so pretty. And I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but this Soie d'Alger is very much so got a nice sheen. Just like the 103s and any other silk that you use, it just has that sheen, and it's really pretty. So that is my progress on Antong Uffindell. So I'm going to work on this some more, get my section finished before March 14th, and so you guys are going to be seeing her come out pretty consistently, because I do want to finish her in a year. I know I do want this up on my wall. I'm kind of frustrated with myself because I did my margin off of this flower, because this is where I started. And so I have less of a margin on the side than I usually do, but I still have about, I don't know, 2-ish. But I usually have a nice size margin of like 3, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so, and I have that in my gorgeous bag made for me by my friend Vanessa. Okay, now that's my only start, and I was itching for a new start. My next whip was my second whip go call. So I did reach the 3 days on a little bit of spring, and I'll show that. And then I will also, did I not bring in my little bit of spring? I didn't. I'll show it next video, but I did reach my whip go goal of 3 days. My other whip go was 3 days on Roseannah Tindale. And let me see if I can get a good, there, this is. So this is Roseannah Tindale. And this is by the Wishing Thorn. Using flower thread, all the called for flower thread, with stitching it on 32 count Fragile by Needle and Flax. I love Needle and Flax linen. It's so nice. And here's my progress. So I already had all of the letters done. So I came down here and started doing this motif so that I could count off of this and start the big verse. And I think I should be able to go pretty fast on that verse. It's reading a little bit, I don't know if it's how it's showing gray on the screen, but it's a lot more vibrant than it's showing. I don't know how to get it to where. And this is really easy. It's 32 count. It's, you know, it's just really, really nice, and it's really different. I am not a lover of the flower thread, and I don't hate them or anything, but I just don't, I did not like fall in love with them. But this is like comfort stitching. It's the easiest thing in the world. I mean, easy on your eyes, easy on your brain, because it's a lot of words, and it's just, you know, it's 1 strand on 32, so it's just easy. But that is my progress on Roseannah Tindale. And I do plan to do her sister, which is does it tell me her name? Because I don't remember. Elizabeth Tindale. And that's Elizabeth on this side. So, and you know, Brenda, from Brenda and Laura, she stitched both of these, and they're just really pretty. And I think I'll frame them the same too. 85,000 years down the road whenever I finish these, but still. I have this in one of the most gorgeous bags that has ever been made for me. This is a project bag, and this was a panel, a Pride and Prejudice panel that I bought and had all the bags made, and then so this is one of the ones that I kept. I gave most of the other ones away for gifts. But is that not so gorgeous? I mean, just look at that fabric. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's my Roseannah Tindale. Okay. So I'm gonna finish this. I really am. I really am. So this is why I'm laughing, because of course, God Bless America, Plum Street Samplers, Revenge of the Humongous Red House. That does not, you think, oh no, the eagle, that's the biggest part. No, it's that house. And I have to do all the things. I have to still backstitch it. So I said I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do the, no, I've already done this side. So I'm down here, I'm doing this side now. So I just have a few things to put in here, but I was like, you know what I need to do is not wait till the end for the border. The border's very, very simple and repetitious, so it's nice to just kind of get it done. And I had all of the blue done on it, but I thought I'd go through and start on the red. So I am working on all of the red within the border, and I think it looks really good. And so I'm stitching this on 40 count platinum, using all the called for floss, and I'm stitching this for Prairie Moon Primitives. And that's my local needle workshop, and they'll probably never ask me to do anything again. And if they do, it's going to be tiny, because this is just crazy. So I just worked on the border. Nothing really to write home about. I've still got to finish some things in here and do some doodads in here, and then put the seeds in the strawberries that don't have them. But at least all the strawberries up there are done. And then everything on this side is done, except for the border, obviously. And then I'll just keep on going around on the border and finish this side, and then start back on the house, which I don't want to do, but so that is my progress on. And so I've still got a couple more things I want to finish before February on that one, just so that I am making consistent progress. I was doing a thread a day or two threads a day, but it started burning me out. And it does help you to make progress, but if I have to force myself to stitch on something, eventually I'm just going to be like, I don't want to pick that up. I don't want to see that today. So I just started trying to get a page finish or make a goal of working on the border. That way I can still consistently work on it, but not get burnt out on it, because that's what was happening. Okay, and so my next whip was one that I really wanted to work on, and I think I'm going to throw it on my Whipco board somehow, but I keep it in this gorgeous, and yes, of course, the yellow, but look at all the different hair, and there's like designs within the hair. I made this bag myself, and I love it. I love it so much. And so what is in this bag? Freedom Motif Sampler by Shaded Stitchery, which is my friend Nuri. And she's just brilliant. If you look at every part of this, it's just a gorgeous, I mean, the symbolism, the representation, just the beauty of this chart. I love it so much, because I am a sampler stitcher, and that means I stitch any kind of sampler. And I love this sampler. So I am also, this was when I first got into samplers, and I am stitching this with all the called for DMC on 32 count Alcott by Needle and Flax. And here's my progress. So I didn't make a ton of progress because I didn't have a ton of time to stitch the day that I picked this up, but the last time none of this water was filled in. So I just watching a show and filled in that water, and it was so satisfying. And then, so I'm going to keep on, let me undo that. I'm going to keep on moving down, but isn't this fabric like perfect for it? I love it. And the colors just pop, and I'm using 2 strands, but you know what? It wasn't terrible, because the fabric is so nice and the DMC is so nice, and it just pops. So I'm going to keep on moving down. There's a bunch of doodads and things over there. And then once I move down from there, I'll go over to the other side. I think I'll work on the water and the top motifs and kind of do that. So that is my Freedom Motif Sampler, and I just love that. And so, yeah. And those are my whips. Sorry for the like moment of silence there, where I just didn't say anything. But that's all that I've been working on. I have also been working on my Fox and Rabbit stitch along for this year, Cloister Garden. But Karen and Brendan asked me to be an error finder, you know, a pattern tester for them this year. So I do get the pattern a month in advance. And because of that, I can't show you guys until my next Flosstube. And then March will be out and I'll be able to show you my progress. And it's a lot of stitching, so... Okay, let's, and that's all my whips. That's all I've been working on, plus the Fox and Rabbit. I do have the giveaway winners. And again, I just want to thank everybody for all the well wishes in my last video. And I just thought I'd do some Pass the Stash and kind of get some things that I know I'm not going to stitch to some people that would like to stitch them. So this is in no particular order. I did have the entire set with the exception of August, which I don't know where August is. I know I have it somewhere, but I don't know. So of Month to Month by Stitching with the Housewives. And the winner of this, and I'll put it along the bottom of the screen as well, is Britches_get_stitches. So congratulations. Send me an email to thesolostitchers@gmail.com and send me your address and I'll get these patterns up to you this week. The next one is, the keyword was truck. And it was, again, Stitching with the Housewives. And it was this kind of like back of the truck. And so I have, you know, the patriotic, the spring one, which this will be fun to do up in the upcoming season. And then, what else? And the Valentine's Day. Sorry, that one's a little late, but you can do it for next year. Look at all those little roses. I just loved these. Anyways, I just don't think I'm going to get them stitched. So this goes to Afton Grove Knitter. And again, I'll put it along the bottom of the screen. Congratulations. You won all of the truck patterns. And then Fall on the Farm, the entire set. And of course I stitched these already and it's framed and up on my wall. And this one goes to KL Parker 76401. So congratulations to you. And again, I'll put it down here and send me that email to all the winners. And I'll get those in the mail to you this week. Okay, now on to a little bit of stitchy kindness. Audrey sent me from Stitch Bead. Her and I are great friends, and she just sent me a little something. She sent me a beautiful card, which obviously and some stickers in there. So I love that. Thank you, Audrey. And she also sent me the most gorgeous floss drops, and she sent me 2 bundles of these. And I am a floss drops girl. If I wasn't stitching Antong Uffindell on with Swaddle, they would be on these floss drops. So thank you so much. I love them, Audrey. And you know what? It took like forever to get here. She didn't tell me she was sending it, but she puts it in the most gorgeous. Just everything she sends and does is gorgeous. So thank you again, Audrey. I love the floss drops and my beautiful card. Another little bit of stitchy kindness. So at in my local stitch group here in Oklahoma at Prairie Moon Primitives, I am usually the loudest person there. And I'm always flailing about, well, anyways, some of the women there have the most beautiful name tags, Deb, Brenda, and one day I said, I'm gonna stitch a name tag for myself. I'm gonna have one of those stitch name tags, and it's gonna be so gorgeous and all this and that. I don't know how long it took me, but I finally got some black Ada, and in yellow I stitched Gem. And that was it. And it was just like in my bag. And I was talking about it one day, and Brenda, she she has the most gorgeous one. Hers is on like blue perforated paper, and it had these flowers underneath it, and she had it on. I was like, oh, I wish I had a name tag like that. Well, guess what? I gave her, this is all I stitched and all I did. And then she did this at the bottom like hers, but she did it in all different shades of yellow. And so now I have a fancy pantsy ass name tag. And I love this so much. I don't know why I'm so silly about this kind of stuff, but I just love it. And I just think it's so perfect. And I just can't wait to wear it to like all the retreats this like summer and spring and stuff. It's going to be so fun. So thank you so much, Brenda, because that was definitely some stitchy kindness. That, I mean, when she added those little flowers, and if you saw hers, I wish I had a picture of hers, but hers is blue and it says Brenda, and then she's got all different color flowers. It's so pretty. So I love this, Brenda. Thank you so much. And so that's my stitchy kindness. I don't, when I think about how big of a whatever mess, like I was just being a complete brat this one day, and I was like, I want a name tag, and one of the ladies that was there, she's like, the one person who does not need a name tag. But I had to have one, so thank you again, Brenda. Okay, and then two of my besties in my local stitch group, Gina and Deb, we all were talking about different kinds of floss and wanting to try Hand-Dyed by Rolanda, and there was this gorgeous red by Stitchy Stuff, and you guys know how much I love Stitchy Stuff, and so we all decided we were going to get a hank of one of the ones we wanted to try, and we were going to split it up, and we're going to exchange them at our local stitch at Prairie Moon Primitives this last Saturday, which was yesterday. And so I brought a hank of coloring cotton. Let me take it out of here because the glare is going to be annoying, and I want you a hank of coloring cotton in this like taupey mauve situation. I don't know if you guys can see all those colors. Here we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. This is what's left. I had 200 yards of this. And so I split it 3 ways and I gave it to the girls. And this is the part I got to keep. So this is enough to do any kind of monochromatic piece. And I think personally that this would look good like on a gray blue. Like a blue, like a, I don't know, like a blue color. But that it's so pretty. And there's a color by Stitchy Stuff, or one of the ones we were looking at, called Winter Wren. And it was very similar to this. So instead of buying it, I split mine and gave them some. So that was my contribution. So let me show you the other two. So the other two ladies, Deb decided she was going to try this beautiful color, and I don't know the name of the color, or if there even was a name, by Hand-Dyed by Rolanda. Look at this. And all these are cotton. We didn't get any silk hanks, but these are so pretty. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see all of the different colors within there, but there's definitely yellow in there. That's the main. So thank you so much, Deb, for this contribution. Look at that. So that's going to be so fun. And then from Gina, she decided on Stitchy stuff. And the Stitchy stuff color that she chose is called Crimson Rose. Look at that. And of course, if anybody knows Gina, she is the most organized. Look at this. She made us tags. She put the, I mean, it's just, I didn't do any of that. I just split mine up and just handed it to him. So thank you so much, Gina and Deb. And I mean, look at that red. I mean, that would be perfect for any kind of just like red sampler. Probably have to do, well, you could do 46 count, I think, even with this cotton. But it's coming across a little bit orangey, but it's really just like this true rich red with some dark spots in it. So it's really pretty. Okay, what else? Oh, and I also got this little charm. It's a Lori Holt charm, and it has like a little, it looks like cross-stitched flower on that. Let me see. So it's super pretty. I love that. They had that at my LNS. And then here are my Belle Soie colors from Fat Quarter Shop for the month of February. Pom Pom Pink. Ooh. Chocolate. And Strawberry Shortcake. I'm hungry. Look at that. So, I don't know if there's any more spots in the club, but great way to kind of like just build up some Belle Soie flosses, and that way you have them in your stash if you want to just pull colors. And then last but not least, this is Country Mouse by Seraphim. I'm in the Seraphim Fabric of the Month Club from Garon's Stitchery. And, oh, that's reading really true. Look how pretty that is. And I don't know if you can see those kind of like, almost like blue veins in it. Super pretty. So, there's that. Okay. And so, last but not least, I feel like I just said that, but I don't know. I got the box from Hands Across the Sea, and within that box there is a fabric panel that has several of the samplers that are in the box on fabric, and to where you can make pin cushions out of them, or you can also make them into project bags. Now, I could probably send this over to Vashti and have her make these because I did match them up. I'm not going to show you the fabric panel until next Flosstube because Nicola does want everybody to wait until after the 25th. If you wanted to see the fabric panels or see the contents of the box, she does have a spoiler video on her channel. So I will link her below in the bottom so you can check that out. But I will show all of the contents and everything in the box next video. So here is some of the fabric that I got to coordinate with one. And when I show you the panel and how these go with it, you're going to be like, oh, that's going to be cool. So there's this. I got this and this for one. Because, of course, there's a red sampler in there. And look at this fabric. It's so gorgeous. One has kind of a fall vibe. So I got these. And I don't know what. This is all like, you know, quilt level fabric or whatever. But I don't know that like names and stuff. I just went through with my panel and picked it out, and I just loved how this looked. So there's that for one bag. It's called the Bright and Beautiful box. Now, I do know that one thing for sure on this, that this is Tilda. So, and this will be the inside, because I just didn't want it to be too busy. But it's like so good. So there's that. And then this isn't necessarily for one of the panels. I just saw this, and this is like a canvas weight. And I do know this is Three Sisters, but look at this fabric. And so I'm just going to make myself a project bag out of this. Or a Vashti if you feel like it. Add it to my order. So that is, oh, these are really good. So I'm definitely gonna, and I think this will be the inside and this will be the outside. It's very pretty. And that's all my haul. Those are all my whips. I had 2 huge FFOs today and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you so much. I do not have any quilting, but I am going to have some quilting. Don't you worry, Laurel. Laurel is my unofficial quilt fairy, always reminding me to get out the quilts that are almost done that I have and finish them and send them over to my long armor who is across the street. So I just thank you guys so much for watching. I thank you always for, you know, just leaving the best comments and always being just the best viewers. I never really thought that that was going to be the case. You know, like I didn't think anybody would watch me when I started my Flosstube, but I really appreciate all of the kind words. And again, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to, and we'll see you next time. Happy stitching.